Today we're going to talk about stretching one of the most important things, the wrists. I'm Ross McIntyre and this is Ross Nation.
Ross Nation!
Ross Nation, you'll get caught up in it.
It really blows my mind that nobody's talking about how to stretch your wrists. If you're doing push-ups, plank pose, you should not be experiencing wrist pain at any point whatsoever. So the first thing actually I like to do, you're going to open your arms wide, palms facing away from you, bring the thumb in, wrap all the fingers around your thumbs, and as if you're pouring pitchers of water, you're gonna go like this. Now the point of this stretch, you're trying to get this part right here. As I always say, modify and adjust this stretch so that make sure you feel it. Don't just go through the motions, make sure you're getting something out of this. All right, next. Palms down, you're gonna make a fist with the thumb on the outside. Squeeze this fist tight and go down. The part we're trying to stretch is right here. You should feel it. The hand's gonna wanna open as you do this, so make an effort to keep the fist closed. All right, shake that out. This is a good thing to do at any point stretching the wrist. Just shake them out. So now, I'm gonna go through a handful of wrist stretches, and this is the order that I like to do them. It might make more sense for you to put these in a different order. So here we go. First, fingertips are gonna point toward your knees. Spread your fingers a normal amount. Now I'm already starting to feel a big stretch here. Start to lift, carefully lift and lower your palms. Ooh, get a little bit more, go side to side. Now just flip the hands over, fingertips still pointing toward the knees. Counter stretch for the one we just did. Start to go back and forth between these two. Moving on, palms down, fingertips toward each other. Middle fingertips touch. Same thing, arms straight, just go forward and back. So similarly, counter stretch to this, turn the hands so your fingertips point out toward the sides, keep the arms straight, and go a little bit forward and back. Go between these two stretches. All right, shake it out. Last one, this one's my favorite. Make a fist with both hands. Thumb is on the outside. Squeeze your hand tight, because once again, your hand is gonna try to open as you do this. Fist down, roll out. You're gonna feel this all up through the forearm. This is just fantastic. So now what I like to do is kind of piece all of these together. Dealer's choice, just go through these as it feels good. Spend more time on the ones that work for you. Skip the ones that don't. Oh. And now just shake it out, finish it out. You should be ready to do any kind of plank pose, any kind of push-up. You shouldn't be doing push-ups on your fists. Doing a fist push-up is a psyop. You don't need to do that. I remember not knowing how to stretch my wrists, not knowing that you could or should stretch your wrists, and bought these perfect push-up things. Do you remember that? They're like little handles that spin. You don't need that. Just stretch your wrists. And lastly, this is really important. If you're doing any kind of push-up or plank pose, you want active hands. So that means you're not gonna just place the hands down in an inactive position. You wanna squeeze the ground as if imagine you're doing a barbell bench press and you're squeezing the bar. You wanna squeeze the ground with the fingertips and the thumbs, and you actually want to focus the weight on the inside of the hands. So a lot of weight in this first knuckle of the index finger, a lot of weight on the thumb. So you're squeezing the ground here, and you can come into your plank pose. Try these stretches out. Let me know if you like them, and I'll see you next time on Ross Nation.
It's sometime in the future. The ultimate channel, Ross Nation.
Ross Nation! You'll get caught up in the Ross Nation! Ross Nation! You'll get caught up in the Ross Nation! Ross Nation! Ross Nation! Ross Nation!
Ross Nation, you'll get caught up in it.